As the Chicago Bears enter a new era with rookie quarterback Caleb Williams at the helm, the entire organization appears to be shifting into a new gear. Much of that change is visible in how the coaching staff is approaching player development, especially on offense. Backup quarterback Tyson Bagent recently shared some insights into the team's culture shift and how it's affecting everyone inside Halas Hall. Bagent, who joined the Bears as an undrafted free agent in 2023, spent time this offseason discussing the differences between the current coaching staff and the previous one. According to Bagent, the biggest improvement is the level of detail now being emphasized. The way they are teaching us, what we are responsible for on every play. I think that has been the biggest difference, Bagent said. It's very detail-oriented. All the dots connect, and everything makes sense. His comments mirror the consistent message coming from other Bears players this spring. The themes of fundamentals and detail continue to echo across media sessions and interviews. It's a deliberate approach, one that focuses not just on improving general team performance, but also on building individual responsibility into every single snap. As Bagent put it, this coaching staff isn't necessarily demanding perfection, but they do expect players to strive for it. This is a critical time for all teams around the league. With the 2025 NFL season still 4 months away and training camp about 2.5 months out, this is the perfect window to drill into the small things. Things like proper footwork on 5-step drops, reading the defense on a high-to-low progression route, or executing short timing plays like a mesh concept. All of these depend on muscle memory and situational clarity. The more players master these finer points in spring and summer, the better prepared they are when the lights come on in September. That message is especially important for Caleb Williams, the former USC standout who is entering his rookie year as Chicago's presumptive starter. One of the areas the Bears want to focus on is his footwork, particularly from under center, a skill he wasn't frequently asked to use during his college career. In 2023, Williams occasionally looked choppy when asked to make those more traditional NFL-style drops, so that's become an offseason priority. Shane Waldron, the team's new offensive coordinator, is reportedly placing a heavy emphasis on refining quarterback mechanics, especially footwork, timing, and rhythm. And with Williams being thrown into the fire as a day one starter, the Bears are doing everything possible to support his development. Tyson Bagent also shared his perspective on what it's like working with Caleb Williams and the role he sees for himself in the quarterback room. Despite being just 24 years old, Bagent demonstrates a mature understanding of his position within the team structure. There's an understanding that we're all there, so 18 Williams can be the best he can be, Bagent said. Being around him this spring, I can already see jumps from year 1 to year 2 just from a general understanding of what's going on. It's a thoughtful take from a player who, realistically, has ambitions of becoming a starting quarterback himself one day. And while Bagent is open about those personal aspirations, he's also clear-eyed about the expectations of his current role. No team wants a backup quarterback that's going to create distractions or not support the starter, he explained. That's what a backup quarterback's job is. Bagent fits that mold well. He's competitive, energetic, and still developing. But he's also proven that he can step in when needed. Last year he went 2-2 as the starter during Justin Fields' month-long absence. He managed the offense well, made smart decisions, and showed that he belongs in the NFL. For now, though, he's focused on helping Williams succeed. The Bears also brought in a third quarterback this offseason, veteran Case Keenum. His addition has flown somewhat under the radar, but for those paying close attention, his role could be one of the most important on the roster this year. Keenum has been everything from a journeyman backup to a playoff starter over his lengthy career. He brings a wealth of experience and knowledge to the table, especially when it comes to film study, defensive reads, and in-game adjustments. Bagent noted that just having someone like Keenum in the room is valuable. He's been a starter, he's been a backup, and he's seen it all, Bagent said. He's someone you can learn from every day. This presence is especially critical in light of recent discussions surrounding Caleb Williams' pre-draft preparation. Reports had surfaced about concerns over how much support Williams had when it came to studying film and preparing mentally for the NFL. That makes Keenum's arrival even more significant. As a mentor, he can help fill in those gaps, not by replacing coaches, but by acting as a bridge between the coaching staff and a young quarterback still adjusting to the league. For Bagent, Keenum's story is one he can relate to. Both were undrafted. Both had to fight for roster spots, and both are trying to prove they belong in a league that rarely gives second chances. You look at a guy like Case, Bagent said. He's 37 years old, still in the league, still getting contracts. That's inspiring. The Bears' current quarterback room might not be flashy beyond Williams' star power, but it is stable, experienced, and supportive. That's exactly what a team needs when developing a rookie quarterback. And it's a big improvement over last year, when the lack of a veteran mentor was a noticeable weakness on the depth chart. Away from the field, the Chicago Bears are making headlines in a different area, one that's been lingering in the background for years. The team's future stadium plans appear to have shifted once again, with the latest update suggesting that Arlington Heights has become the primary focus. This development marks another chapter in a long-running saga that has seen the Bears' front office bounce between ideas for staying in Chicago and building a new facility in the suburbs. Initially, the plan was centered on a new lakefront stadium in downtown Chicago. Then, team president Kevin Warren said the Bears were exploring both the downtown site and Arlington Heights equally. Now, the pendulum has swung again, this time almost entirely toward the suburban option. According to a recent report, the Bears have made significant progress in talks with Arlington Heights officials. A statement released by the team emphasized their commitment to working with both state and local leaders to make what they describe as a transformative economic development project a reality. Notably, the team also clarified that they will not seek state funding for the stadium itself. This is a shift in tone, and potentially in strategy. Early estimates put the cost of the entire project at around $4 billion. The Bears have pledged to cover $2 billion of that, but the remaining half will need to come from somewhere. That could include private investments, minority ownership deals, or even limited taxpayer contributions, although the team appears committed to minimizing public financial involvement. Kevin Warren has consistently stated that he wants construction to begin in 2025, but that window is narrowing fast. With fewer than 7 months left in the year, any further delays could push the groundbreaking into 2026. That would increase costs significantly. Last year, Warren noted that for each year construction is delayed, the cost of the stadium could rise by up to $150 million due to inflation, materials, and labor costs. While many fans might be disappointed that the project could leave Chicago city limits, there are clear economic reasons why Arlington Heights remains appealing. The team already owns a 300-acre property there. That gives them more flexibility to build not just a stadium, but also the kind of surrounding infrastructure that modern NFL teams covet: hotels, restaurants, entertainment districts, and more. In many ways, it mirrors what teams like the Los Angeles Rams and Dallas Cowboys have done with their massive stadium developments. By controlling the land around the stadium, the team isn't just building a place to play football. They're building a business hub that can generate revenue year-round. Still, some fans remain skeptical. The entire process has been dragged out over multiple years, with frequent changes in direction. One week it's Chicago. The next it's Arlington Heights. Then it's both. Now it's back to Arlington Heights. For those following every twist and turn, it can be exhausting. But despite the political back and forth and shifting narratives, this much seems clear. Arlington Heights is now the frontrunner, and the Bears are inching closer to turning that plan into reality. Whether the new stadium gets built downtown or in the suburbs, it will mark a major milestone in the franchise's history. It will also signal a new era, just as Caleb Williams begins his career under center.